Hello, everyone. I am Joy, and we have entered a very scary mode that our subscribers recommended. We are in a pizzeria, but it seems to me that no pizza was ever made here. It's very creepy. All the tables and chairs are overturned.
Oh no, where have we ended up? Joy, what is this? It's very bad and scary here. Subscribe and like so we can get out of here.
We will crush this Papa Pizza. Lava is about to come out of me, and his pizzeria will completely burn down. Damn it! Why is this elevator taking so long? I'm going to open these doors right now.
My God, what are these saws? Why are there saws in a pizzeria? Are we really going to be okay? Will we get out of here?
Ew! What kind of disgusting stuff is coming out of these rusty pipes? I hope this is food? Subscribers, can you leave your opinion in the comments? Is this food or something else? It smells terrible. We need to get out of here quickly.
What cute traps! We won't get caught in them, right? Why is he jumping? I'm really scared for our boy Tim.
Traps! Tim passed them without looking. But what next? Where the heck is the light? I'm about to burst into flames. Who turned off the light?
Oh no! Someone is chasing us! We need to run! Faster! He must escape from this scary man! Come on, Tim!
Phew. Okay, it seems we got away, but anxiety. Why do you think that chef wanted something bad? Maybe he wanted to treat us to something. What do you think?
Treat us? Maybe with stinky socks. Ew, that's really gross and awful. Tim did the right thing by running away, but now we're in some kind of sewer. Ew, it smells horrible here. Probably where all the stinkies from the whole town live.
This pipe is very small. I hope Tim doesn't fall right into that lava. He needs to carefully and slowly make his way to the end, and then maybe we can get out of here.
Enough already! Why are we still here? I'm gonna smash everything around me right now if this ladder isn't the way out. Oh my God! What are hell? Joy, what are we doing in the bathroom? Ah!
Anger? Calm down. Everything is fine. Tim will leave this room soon and everything will be okay. Don't be angry. It's just a small room.
What's happening here? Cobwebs? We're scared of spiders. They're big, scary, and gross. Look, they're everywhere. One on the wall, another really close. I hope Tim handles this challenge. Just don't look at spiders.
Oh man, what a grossness. Oh no, where are we now? Where did we stumble into? It's cold and there are rats running around. Maybe we'll meet some ninja turtles.
I want to tell you a story about how, a few years ago, my friend Anxiety and I were the emotions of a scientist. It was an exciting time, full of unexpected twists. Our scientist was known for his anger and gloominess. His name was Dr. Grimm. He was brilliant, but his heart was filled with anger and distrust towards the world.
I admit I was always afraid of Dr. Grimm. He could be scary, especially when his experiments didn't go as planned. Every morning I woke up with a sense of unease about what the day would bring. But one day, everything changed. We realized we had to help Dr. Grimm become a better person.
I always believed that there is goodness in every person, and Dr. Grimm was no exception. Our plan began with small changes. I tried to evoke bright childhood memories in him, times when he was happy and carefree. At first, it wasn't easy. Dr. Grimm resisted, pushing away the happy thoughts. But over time, I began to notice small changes in his behavior.
My role in this process was important too. I helped Dr. Grimm become aware of his fears and anxieties. He was afraid that his work would be misunderstood and rejected. We started working on helping him learn to accept his emotions and not let them control him. It was a long journey, full of setbacks and doubts, but gradually, Dr. Grimm began to open up.
One day, when Dr. Grimm was working on a new invention, he suddenly laughed. It was a miracle! We knew he was on the path to change. His anger started to dissipate, and instead, a spark of hope and curiosity appeared. He became more kind and attentive to the people around him.
Every day, I saw Dr. Grimm becoming calmer and more confident in himself. He began to share his ideas with colleagues, seeking their opinions and advice. His inventions started to benefit people, and he saw that his work could bring joy and help others.
And so, after a few years, we saw a true transformation. Dr. Grimm became a kind and responsive person. He was no longer immersed in anger and hatred. We managed to help him see the world from a different perspective, and this became our greatest achievement.
Now, When I look at Dr. Grimm, I no longer feel fear. Instead, I feel pride that we were able to help him change his life. It was a difficult but incredibly important mission.
And so our story ended. We proved that even in the darkest heart, light can be found. The main thing is to believe and never give up.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And now let's move on to the next story. Usually, I'm involved in the most tense and conflict-ridden situations. But this time, it was different. A few years ago, we were helping our boy, Tim. At school, he liked a girl named Lena, and he didn't know how to get her attention. Yeah, it sounds strange that Anger, was involved in this. But trust me, it was an incredible story.
Oh, Tim was so indecisive and clumsy when it came to Lena. He needed help not only with his emotions, but also with his hygiene and style. Tim often looked unkempt, and that could scare Lena away. I immediately knew I had to step in to guide him in the right direction.
At first, Tim was just angry at himself. He was mad that he couldn't muster the courage to approach Lena. He often grumbled and lashed out at his friends. I helped him channel that anger on the sports field. Tim and I ran, played soccer, and engaged in various active sports. This helped him deal with the tension and become more confident.
My task was a bit different. I helped him understand that he needed to take care of his appearance. We started small. I taught him to shower regularly, keep his clothes clean, and use deodorant. It was important for him to look well-groomed. Then we worked on his style. Tim began wearing more stylish and neat clothes that suited him and highlighted his individuality.
Once Tim became more confident, we started working on his communication skills. I taught him to stand up for himself and speak clearly and confidently. We practiced different scenarios for talking to Lena so he wouldn't be lost when meeting her. Sometimes I had to direct his anger towards something productive so he could express his emotions with words rather than aggression.
At the same time, I helped him avoid situations that could cause Lena to feel disgusted. We worked on his manners and behavior. Tim learned to listen, be attentive, and caring. I reminded him that the little things matter, like not picking his nose, not chewing with his mouth open, and being polite.
The day came when Tim finally decided to approach Lena. He was a bit nervous, but I directed his energy in a positive way. He approached her with a smile and confidently started a conversation. We all watched this moment, and it was incredibly exciting. Lena smiled back, and they started talking.
Tim did everything right. He was polite, well-groomed, and confident. Lena noticed his changes and began to show interest. Over time, they started spending more time together, getting to know each other better. Anger and I were proud of Tim because he managed to overcome his fears and insecurities.
Guys, do you want another story? Then hit the like button and subscribe. This happened on a sunny day when Tim decided to ride his new scooter. He loved riding it and was in a great mood. Everything was going perfectly until...
He lost his balance and fell. Tim was going too fast, and suddenly the scooter jerked, and he fell right to the ground. I immediately felt Tim's anger towards the scooter, the road, and himself. He screamed in pain and anger.
Oh no, when Tim fell, he hurt his leg badly. He had a big scrape, and it was bleeding. I immediately felt disgusted by the sight of the blood and dirt on his leg. It was hard to look at, but I knew we had to help.
I immediately worried about Tim. What if the wound was serious? What if it got worse? I was scared for him. I suggested that he needed to get help quickly.
But it wasn't all bad. Tim's friends were nearby and they rushed to help him. One of them ran to get an adult, while another brought a first aid kit. Tim was scared and angry, but he realized that his friends were there to help him.
Yes, Tim was still angry, but his anger began to fade when he saw his friends trying to help him. He realized that anger wouldn't help in this situation. Something needed to be done.
The friends carefully cleaned the wound despite my disgust. They used clean water and wipes to remove the dirt and blood. Tim was in pain, but he tried to endure it.
Then an adult arrived and helped Tim. They put a bandage on the wound and reassured Tim, saying everything would be all right. I felt a bit better knowing someone who knew what to do was there.
Once the wound was treated, Tim felt relieved. He thanked his friends for their help and realized how important it was to have such caring friends. Tim smiled, and I felt joy again. Even you can find something good. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Bye-bye.